How you doing, folks? I'm going to kind of give a little introductory to some series of videos I'm going to do on instinctive shooting, aiming methods, just different methods of shooting and what the advantages and disadvantages are to each one. I think a lot of things have been always a lot of the advantages, but going over some of the disadvantages, and I'm gonna relate it to hunting and target archery, whether it's like an indoor setup, 3D setup type shoot versus to a hunting, compare them and see what advantages each one has. I'm an instinctive shooter. I have gaps, did gap shooting, stream walking. I mean, that stuff's virtually easy to set up for anybody. I shoot split finger now, not 3-under, but I can. Somebody that shoots split finger can gap shoot, face walk, vice versa. And we'll just talk about, in different situations where it has its advantages and disadvantages, and keep this in mind, have an open mind, because for each person, certain shooting style fits them better, whether it's a gap method, instinctive, or split vision, which is kind of between the two, and whether it's stream walking. Each person picks up each little method differently, and it may fit them a little bit better than instinctive, but at least be aware, especially for new archers, be aware of the advantages and disadvantages of the method that you choose, because each one has its disadvantages. I don't care if it's instinctive, gap, or any other type of aiming method. They do have disadvantages, and especially if you're going to hunt, and you need to be aware of those disadvantages, and in all the styles. I've talked to a lot of people. Some of them are aimers I'm friends with. That's fine and dandy. I shoot the way I want to. I don't make fun of them. They don't make fun of me. So I think each one has its place, and knowing what you can and cannot do with each one will help you decide whether that's the way you want to go, or there's not one better than the other. I could strike up on the Facebook page and start talking about aiming methods. It'll start a whole big war, or go say instinctive is over top of aiming methods. It'll just start a big war on either side. And all I'm trying to do is get some people to see that there are a lot, not a lot of disadvantages to each one, but they are some. And and not try to get a person to go a certain way. That I tried everything, from split finger to 3-under, gap shooting. I know how my trajectory flies out of certain bows. For an instinctive shooter, it is good to know your gaps and understand your arrow flight, and I still do that. I want to know where it's impacting at a certain distance, how it's impacting. If it's dropping real hard, usually I just kind of look at it as it flies, and I can kind of see all my information just by sight. But anyway, that's what the whole main deal is not to put down a shooting style, whether it's gap or aiming or split vision to instinctive. It's just help people to understand there are advantages and disadvantages to each one, and no certain style excels above the other the whole time. So it's going to be kind of basically what I've learned from it. It's kind of even, almost even, and if it is a slight advantage, it's not very much. So this will be kind of interesting to see some of the comments, but it just is this is my opinion, my thoughts of me trying different methods and comparing it to what I do now. So I'll start out, my video next week is on instinctive. I'll start out with the way I shoot, and with instinctive, there are advantages and disadvantages just as much as anything else. And so I hope you have an open mind, and that's all I tried to do, is learn everything with an open mind. And I can set anybody up, gap shoot, string walking, a fixed crawl. You know, I wanted to learn all that, you know, in case, you know, if I needed to use it, I got it. It won't take me long to pick it up, but now I just kind of shoot totally instinctive, and everything is learned. So we'll go over all that here in the next several videos, and I hope y'all have a great day, and God bless.